Hey, what's up? Hello. Can you type? Hey, what's up, Far Lily? You want to help me take over YouTube? Cool. Okay. First, in the link is the Discord. So go to the Discord. Then once you're in the Discord, then you'll be in my brigade, and then we can move on from there. Very good. Oh, they left. They came back. What's up? Hello. Hello. What's up? Can you type? Let's go. What's up, Ree? You want to help me take over YouTube? Like, we have to do it together. That's the tricky part. What's up? What's up? Put some words in the chat if you're out there. Hey, what's up, Black Knight? Hey, Black Knight, I need you to go to the Discord. It's in the link. It's in the description. I'm forming a brigade. We're going to take over YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry, Elliot. I quit drinking recently. Not because I wanted to, but because my homie quit working at the bar, so I couldn't get free drinks anymore. So now I just smoke more weed. Elliot, I need you to go to the Discord. It's in the description. Toodaloo. Mr. Gary Busey. Are you, really? Is it really Gary Busey? I loved you in Lethal Weapon. Okay, so once we get to 50 people, we can take over the entire website. So go to the Discord. If you go to the Discord, then you're signed up. What's up, Brandon? Quitting alcohol is not that big. If you make it a big deal, then it's a brother. If you make it a big deal, then it's a big deal. Like quitting drinking. It's like, you know, it's like not eating pork. Like, it's just something that you can do. If you make it a big deal, then it is a big deal. I need 50 people. Once we get to 50 people, then we can take over the entire website. So go to the Discord. It's in the description. If you go to the Discord, then you'll be signed up. Yeah, once you make the decision to stop, you can just stop. Like, I used hard drugs before, and like, I lost good friends because of hard drugs. So it's just like, you know, this isn't worth it. And so you like you say, you just make the decision and you stop. Not here to talk about alcoholism. Let's talk about YouTube. YouTube is very bad. It's bad for society. And I have figured out a way to take over the website. And I need 50 people with me. 50 people working together can take over the entire website and humiliate YouTube in front of the whole world and cause all of the other social media sites to worry. And also, the whole world is going to see what we did, the effect it had, and how simple it was to do. And the whole world is going to follow suit. It's like people from India, people from the Philippines, they're all going to see what we did, and then, you know, social media is really going to be in trouble at that point. It's going to be like a global spam war. You know, like every website is just going to be taken over by people that figure out how to organize. To the biggest brigade goes all the sweets. Just go to the Discord. It's in the description. Once you go to the Discord, then we are in permanent communication. That's what's important. Just go to the Discord. There's about 15 of us at this point. Hey, there you are. What's up? Welcome to it. There's about 15 or so of us that are like ride or die. There's about 30 of us, but a lot of people are, unruly and but about 15 of us are ride or die and down with this, and we figured this all out together. And so once we get to 50, that's when the website's in trouble. What we want to do is educate people on the fact that the commenter actually has all the power. Like, the commenter actually is already in control of the website. They just don't realize it. Like, you have all the power. You don't need to have ever made a video. You can just be a troll. Trolls have all the power. And YouTube absolutely hates the comment section. They desperately want to get rid of the comment section. But they can't, because it validates the view count and it generates engagement. People on the comment section are bringing people to the website. And then, I read the comments. I don't know. A lot of people tell me that they don't read the comments. I'm like, you don't? I mean, that's weird. Like, I want to know the public's reaction. Like, the comment section is like half of the experience. But YouTube desperately wants to get rid of the comment section, and that's why there's like you have to swipe like a hype button now to get to the comment section. But they can't get rid of it. They can't get rid of it. They're fucked. And the way that it's set up, they don't have a trash bin, so they don't have a way to suppress speech in the comment section. Like Facebook and Twitter and all these other social media sites, they have a trash bin so that they can suppress speech. They can just throw you into the trash bin. They'll label you as a leftist, and then no matter what you say, everything you post goes straight into the trash bin. So, but YouTube doesn't have that, because YouTube is old as fuck. YouTube is the OG. So they have a soft underbelly. They have an open flank. And all we have to do is, I'm not a leftist, I'm an anarchist. I'm not anything. I want anarchy. I don't actually believe that there's a left or a right. I think that there's only smart and stupid. Like, in some ways I'm conservative, but in other ways I'm, liberal. And so you can't put me in a left or right, because it doesn't fit. Because, like, I'm an American. I like this country. I like its culture. I like the fact that we are always advancing. That's one thing that's like characteristically American, is that we're very forward thinking. And so I like that, and I'd like to preserve that. And I like the Constitution. I like our history, and I'm a quote unquote proud American. So that's conservatism. And also I want my tax dollars spent wisely, and I don't want to be overtaxed. That's all sensible. Local tax is better than federal tax, because local tax you vote on directly. You have direct control over your local taxes. And also the tax system is rigged. We need a fair tax, not a income tax. Income tax, they do everything behind closed doors. Fair tax, you pay when you buy something. So there's no getting away from it. If you buy a Ferrari, you're going to pay, you know, an enormous sales tax, as you should. And then you can't get around it. Then it's all in the open. And then the tax should be reasonable, you know, and then the taxes should be under our direct control, how it's spent. You know, and that's all conservative thinking. You know. But then at the same time, I absolutely believe in, like, you know, minority rights and you know, assistance for the elderly and the disabled, and you know, feeding the hungry, all that, you know, all that shit's important to me too. And that's more liberal. Like, you know, food stamps and assisted housing and Social Security, you know, all of that's liberal, but you know, that's all sensible to me too. You know, I don't want, you know, handicapped people having to fucking beg for, you know, anything. Yeah, I'm giving my, hey Venom, I'm giving my leftist beliefs right now. You know, I believe in we should use some of our tax dollars to assist the quote-unquote needy, you know. And that's a leftist idea. So you can't put me in a left or right box. It just doesn't fit. You know, so, you know, I'm an anarchist. I think for myself. The government should be completely powerless. We should be in complete control over everything the government does. You know, there shouldn't be, you know, you know, you elect somebody and then they just go do whatever the fuck they want. Like, that's the situation we have now. But that's because we don't have a national initiative. In France, they have a national initiative. Like, the whole country votes, and then they work in cooperation with their representatives. So then it's an equal situation. The government's not in control. The people are. But we don't have that here. We have state initiatives in 27 states. That's how we got weed legal. That's how we got a bullet train coming in California. That's how we got a lot of things, is by state initiative. But we don't have a federal initiative where we can just vote on national law. And a lot of people are afraid of that because they think people in the South will vote to make abortion illegal. And a lot of people in the South worry that people in the North would vote to take their guns away. So, you know, Americans don't want a federal initiative. They want a nanny state. They want the government, and then they want to blame the government, which is childish. And that's the situation we have now. Is people just not taking responsibility. Yeah, I think we're fine the way we are, Venom. I think VenCon. I think America's set. I don't think we need to change anything. Like California, a lot of Californians want to become their own country. Like a lot of Californians are just like fed up with having to listen to the whole world, you know, talk shit about them, while the entire country, not the world, but the country, the entire country talks shit on them. But then the entire country is feeding off of the tit of California. Like, California is the 4th biggest economy in the world, and they get taxed and federally, and then all that federal tax on California gets sent to poor people in Kentucky that then, turn around and talk shit on California, even though they're, leeching off of California's wealth. Now, we're not in our teenage years. We're like almost, 200 years old. We've been doing America for quite a while now. It's been well established. I mean, if you're going to say that America is young, then you can say that, the whole world is young, because, it was only after the American Revolution that the rest of the world did away with their monarchies as well. So, actually, I saw someone in a video say their theory was America is actually the oldest country in the world, because we're the first to have a constitution rather than a monarchy. Well, yeah, Russia's but the Russian Revolution was in 1917. Russia didn't become independent of the Tsar until, over 100 years after the American Revolution. That's why I can't stand people that praise Marx. It's like, where do you think Marx got all of his ideas? It's like Marx he wasn't some genius that fucking saw something that no one else saw. Like, Americans were already putting workers' rights into practice. Like, the Knights of Labor was 40 years before Marx. I can't stand people that sit around and talk about how Marx is like some groundbreaking fucking dude. It's like, no, he saw what was happening in America, and he said, hey, look, it's working. If you do it like this, then it'll work. And then all the, it's like plagiarism, claiming that he came up with something when really it was, him just, responding to what was already happening in the United States. All right, so if you want to help me take over YouTube, go to the Discord. It's in the description. That's all you have to do. And we're going to teach people that the commenter actually has all the power over YouTube. The commenter, not the video producer, not the person with 1 million subscribers. Just the lowly commenter has all the power over this rinky-dink website. And we're going to show people how that is. And it's actually really simple. And it's going to take some organizing. It's going to take some practice. We're going to have to run drills. But then eventually, once we have enough people and we're ready, boom, the whole website's ours. And it's going to be, hilarious. It's actually really simple. It's linguistics and it's coordination. That's all it is. It's a linguistics hack, and it's, being organized. Like, I had a gang on Twitter, and we got up to like 30 people, and we were dangerous. We could take over anyone's tweet at any time because we were organized, and we had figured out this hack, this linguistic hack that makes it to where we can kindly stamp our label on anyone's content. It's like being like a gang, you know. If 20 Bloods walk into a Walmart together and they're all just like, you know, you know, dressed up, all in red, then everybody in the store is going to notice them. And that's all we're doing. It's just getting noticed. Because it's, we're hijacking the attention economy. We're just stopping the train. But need human beings that can type and hit send. If you can type and hit send, then we can take over the website. It's very simple. All right, dude. Thanks for stopping by. What's up? What's up? Put some words in the chat. Put some words in the chat. No, can't do it. fucking website and go live. Just, it goes absolutely nowhere. Great website. Very social. Just need goggles. Hey, what's up? Want to take over YouTube? Type. Can you type something? Nope. Hey, what's up? If you want to help me take over YouTube, come to the Discord. It's in the description. Can you type? Can you type and hit send? Can you put words in the chat? Hello. Hello. Hey. Okay, it's you. I'm gonna draw something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Can you see that? It's really terrible. All these pens, none of them work. what's up? If you want to have one take over YouTube, then go to the description and join the Discord. What's up? You know how me take over YouTube? Go to the Discord. It's in the description. Hello. No. Hey, what's up? You know, help me take over YouTube. Go to the Discord. It's in the description. Say hello. Nope. What's up? If you want to help me take over YouTube, say hello. That's all I have to do. Say hello. million people on this website. YouTube's giving me 0. Hey, what's up? Can you type and hit send? If you can do that, then we can take over the website. It's that simple. You there? Hello. Can you type some words and hit send? It's that simple. You're dumping data into the matrix. Nope. Don't do it. What's up? Can you type and hit send? I need you to dump data into the matrix. Just type a bunch of words and hit send. That's all you have to do. Doesn't matter what you type. Anti-social motherfuckers. Hey, what's up? Can you type words and hit send? That's all I need you to do. If you can do that, then me and you can take over YouTube. I need you to dump digits into the matrix. Like, if you can do that, then me and you together can go take over YouTube. Like, if you can type words and hit send, then you're dumping data into the matrix. And me and you dumping data into the matrix together, we can go take over YouTube. So all you have to do is type some words and hit send. Doesn't matter what you say. I just need to see that you can type words and hit send. Thinking about it? Like, we have to get to a certain amount of people, and then once we have a certain amount of people and we all agree to dump data into the matrix together in a coordinated fashion, we can take over YouTube. Hey, what's up? Can you type words and hit send? That's all I need you to do. If you can type words and hit send, then me and you can take over YouTube together. It's that simple. Like, I need you to dump data into the matrix. Like, just words. Just type some words and hit send. So fucking bizarre, man. Anti-social motherfuckers. Just come here and look at you and then look at you, listen, and leave. It's fucking weird. Hey, what's up? Can you type words and hit send? That's all I need you to do. If you can type any words at all, and hit send in the chat. Nope. How do I ask? It's so bizarre. It's really just the weirdest of things. Like of course I can. So I'm supposed to just say hello, and then they say hello. Yeah, they don't say hello. They just stare at me. They just look at me and say, no. Hey, what's up? Put words in the chat. If you can put words in the chat, then me and you can take over YouTube. Nope. That's so weird. Hey, what's up? Can you type words? Can you put words in the chat? If you can put words in the chat, then me and you can take over YouTube. It's that simple. Just say hello. Hello. Like if you can, if you can say hello. Jesus Christ. Hello. If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. It's that simple. Just say hello. Like literally. That's so bizarre. Hey, what's up? If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. It's that simple. Or you just type whatever. Nope. Hey, what's up? If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. So simple. Nope. I can't do it. It's so bizarre. Hey, what's up? If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. It's that simple. Just say hello. Nope. Say hello. If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. It's that simple. Wherever you are. If you want to take over YouTube, just say hello. That's literally all you have to do. Hello. YouTube keeps sending me one person at a time. And because it's one person, people think no one's interested. So it's just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, one person at a time. Had 50 viewers, but because they come one at a time, they think nobody's watching. It's fixed, bro. Hey, what's up? If you can say hello, then me and you, whoever you are, we can take over YouTube. Hello. Hey! What's up, homie? Damn. Got a rock star in the room. What's going on, my man? Yeah, I'm still alive, motherfucker. And so are you. You've done well for yourself. I just, yeah, this is the one. This is the final push. This is this is the one, Turtle. I figured it out. We need 50 people to go to agree to call letters and to agree to be kind. And we've got the whole website. $2. What? I'm in New York now, yo. I'm in New York. Fuck California. California's cooked. There is no California anymore. I went to Oakland 3 years ago, and I swear to God, it was like Escape from New York. Yeah, New York, yo. I swear to God, it's the most boringest city I've ever lived in. It fucking sucks. I hate it. It's so fucking boring. It was cool when I was living in Harlem. I had this little gang together. We called ourselves the Dead Enders, and we were going around doing graffiti. And for me, when when I was a kid, I loved New York City. I fucking loved it. And Basquiat was a huge influence on me when I was a kid, and the Ramones and Sonic Youth, and I loved New York. And so when I got here, I got off the train, and the first thing I saw when I went up the stairs was the Empire State Building all lit up in green. So it was I got the New York experience. I was like, oh fuck, I'm here. Like a little kid at Disneyland, I was like, oh fuck, I'm in New York, yo. It freaked me out for a second. And then I was inspired, and so I was in Harlem for a bit, and it was great. The fucking food was amazing. I hadn't had American food in years, and living in Harlem, it was great. The food was great. The people were great. There's a strong sense of community there. Everybody, and for me being in New York City and being a huge fan of Basquiat since I was a little kid, I was like, oh man, I want to do graffiti in New York City. It's participating in something, ahistorical, just for my own amusement, And so what I did was his sisters sold his some of his imagery to some fucking like American Apparel fucking yuppie shit, and it was like everything they produced was just the most bland fucking like. When I went to the store, I asked the guy. He didn't even know where it was or who Basquiat was, and there was a fucking reprint of the Basquiat Godzilla on the front of the fucking store. And I'm like, I go in the store and I'm like, hey, where's the Basquiat stuff? Because I'm walking around and he's like, you have to ask someone else. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What? You have it on the front of your fucking store. It's just like, what the fuck, man? Uh, so then it pissed me off. So what I did was, as a Basquiat fan, was I went all around New York City, putting his crown just everywhere, just spray painting his infamous crown just everywhere I could, just everywhere I went, all day, every day. And it was like vengeance, because it's like, even though his whole story is complicated and like him never being accepted by the art world was a big disappointment in his life, and like being always called a street artist was like something that he wanted to be both, you know? And so I made it my own because I wrote, I came up with my own tag. It was 100. That's my tag, is 100. If you go to New York City and you see 100 anywhere on the train station, that was me. And so I put the crown everywhere, and I put 100 and then the TM next to my 100. So then it was like, I was stealing it and then redoing it. And then another one that I did was I miss I wrote I did the big crown, and then underneath it I wrote, instead of his name, I wrote John Michael Basket. Like I miss, I gave him a white person's name, just because like people are like wearing his crown and they don't know fucking shit about him, So so that was fun for a while. But then I moved to Brooklyn, and fucking Brooklyn's gentrified to fuck, and it's so fucking boring. I just want, you know, but you know, it's it's more where my people are, going to shows and like, doing my thing. Like Harlem's great, but I don't want to have to take a train, it takes an hour and a half to get across town to go to a show for an hour, and then take another fucking hour and a half train back to fucking Harlem, you know. So that's how I ended up in Brooklyn, but Brooklyn's fucking gentrified as fuck, and it's super fucking boring. I hate it. So how you doing, man? Where are you? You're like in Connecticut or some shit, right? What do you think of Angine de Petrine? Let me Tell me what you think of Angine de Petrine. I was clued into it before it became famous. Like a homie of mine went on tour and went up to Montreal and like clued me into all these bands, and I checked out de Petrine, and they got like they were barely scratching like 1,000 views when I seen them, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. I fucking loved it. But fucking now they're fucking huge. They took over. And I'm like, oh my God, there's hope. There is hope. they're, it's inspiring because they're fucking, they've got all kinds of influences happening. But what do you think, Angine de Poitrine? Please tell me. I'm very curious. Yeah, it's better than Prague though. It's better than Prague because I hate Prague. I would say it's better than Prague because they're doing stuff that's it's complicated, but it's approachable at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's musical. It's a musical experience. That's how I that's how I would describe it. It's very European. In Europe, they have a lot of they're very Prague, but I would say they're better than Prague. I would say they're better than Prague, and they're not wankery. They're not noodling. It's all very deliberate and well thought out, and then rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed and then performed. It's I don't know. I love it. I loved it when I found them and they were barely scratching 1,000 views. So I'm very happy for them, and I'm inspired by them having gotten famous. It's great. Yeah, it's a Arabic guitar. That's the secret. You know, it's a double neck Arabic guitar and an Arabic bass, which I've never seen before. So it's maybe it's something that's never been invented, but it's something that is an extension of something that's been around for thousands of years. Like how long has the sitar been around? I tried to fuck with a sitar, I couldn't do it. Like I'm trying to find the notes and like trying to find a melody because there's all those middle notes. Couldn't do it. I wrote a song for COVID. You want to hear it? I'll play it for you. About 10 years ago, I swore to never do any recordings ever again. And to just, the only way you can hear my music is if I perform it for you live. That's my new rule. It's like the Native American way. Trying to steal my soul. Hello. If you can say hello, then me and you can take over YouTube. Whoever you are. All you do is say hello. Nope. Hello. You there? uh, Oh shit.